Hello, I hope the process which we discussed in the last session is clear to you now. Let's revisit these steps which were discussed with the help of a simple real world example so that we can understand the process well. So let's consider the situation where there is a bank and which is experiencing lots of customers which they definitely want to stop. So, in order to stop this problem, they want to understand the reason behind it, and this understanding can be done by analyzing their data which is present with them. That means the data which is having the status of their current customers and the details of their customers which has quit the bank recently. And you can say that this understanding of data, this analysis of data can be done very well by a data scientist. So they need to hire a data scientist in order to solve this particular problem who can help them to understand their data and who can help them to resolve this particular issue. So first they'll hire a data scientist and they'll share their problem, and data scientists will go and analyze their data and will come up with some reason to come up with some insights from this data. So let's see what all steps the data scientists will take in order to solve the specific problem for the bank. So first step as we discussed should be to understand the problem. Means first of all you should define the exact problem statement and the question which we need to answer. So in this case, there can be two possibilities. Like the first case can be where bank might want to reconnect with their old customers which have already quitted the bank. So that is one possible scenario. Another possible scenario is where bank want that current customers should not quit the bank in near future. That could be another problem which we might need to solve. So let's say in this scenario, after discussing with the bank, the problem statement comes out to be that our focus should be on current customers. That means bank want to make sure that current customers should not need to quit the bank in the near future. So that is the understanding of our problem. One more thing we need to understand is what all data will require. From where we get the desired data, and in this case we can see that the data of all the customers is only present in the bank database. So don't need to make any kind of extra effort in order to collect the data. So that is the understanding of the problem. After understanding, the next step comes as collect enough data. So we know in this case we just need to query the bank's database in order to get the desired data. So the desired data for this particular question should be the customer's information. Customer's information can be like customer's name, customer's age, gender, his approximate salary, customer's location, amount of balance he or she is having in his or her account, if he or she is using credit card or not, if he or she is using net banking or not, the amount of activities he or she has done in past few weeks, if he or she is an active member or not, and another kind of information which might be important in order to solve this particular question. So we'll gather all the required data in this particular step, and we know after data collection the next step comes as data cleaning. So we know in cleaning data, we have to get rid of all the inconsistencies and the garbage which might be present in our data. So in our case also there might be some incorrect values present. For example, let's say the age of the majority of our customers is marked as 100 plus, which is quite an unusual situation. So for this we need to go back and check if this information is correct or not, and we need to take required measures in order to correct this information. So this is one possible scenario which we might need to handle where the information is incorrect. So another issue which we might need to deal with as missing values. And for that what can we do is, we can plot a graph on Agar and the current status of the customers, like if the customer is still with the bank or the customer has already quit the bank. And we can see with the help of this graph that is a contributing factor. And let's say answer comes out to be that age is not a contributing factor. And in that scenario, what we can do is we can ignore the value of this column in our further analysis to make our life easy. So all this kind of visualization and all this kind of result analysis is done. in this step, that is data visualization. So after this data visualization, the next step is analyze the data using ML. That means we have to apply some machine learning algorithms or some maths or some statistics to get the final results extracted from the data which is present in front of us. So in this scenario, let's say we might want to apply linear regression award over our data, which will help in getting the final results. So linear regression is a machine learning technique which we will discuss in our further session later. So don't worry about that term for now. It's just an algorithm with which we can predict some results based on some data which is present with us. So after applying machine learning, the last step is to communicate the final results so that bank authorities can take required steps in order to make their customers stop quitting the bank. They can offer better discounts, better interest rates, or better services to their customers so that their customers stick with the bank. So that should be the whole process in order to solve this particular problem. I hope that should make the process clear to you. Thank you.